You have now heard my bird's view perspective on the use of artificial intelligence and some of the challenges that we get with this toolbox as well. But customers very often wonder, so how can we use these technologies? And to help me dig into those questions, I have Ole Thykær and Sami Niininen from Strålfors. Very welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Could you please start by explaining your roles at Strålfors?
Yes, I am a product manager for input management, the product line where we take content and entering it into the customer's system for simplification of their flows and document flows. So, yes.
My role is a little bit different. My take on this is actually outbound communication. So, for example, invoices and other documents what are sent from our customers to the recipients, and how we can actually utilize machine learning on those messages.
Ole, in my keynote, I talked about the very big gap between the current hype around artificial intelligence and the more pragmatic operational use cases. What is your take on that, and what has happened in Strålfors over the last 2 or 3 years?
Yeah, there is a great hype, especially with the chat GPT. But I have also taken the toolbox way on our service development part, saying that it is a tool that can help us in getting prediction, getting accuracy, getting quality in the current solutions that I provide, getting that better. And by that we have developed and deployed and have today, 100 plus customers, 200 plus users on the daily basis using our AI for classification of communication.
Sami, how do you see the future of AI in your industry, and how are you preparing for it?
Let's start with what we have actually done today. Is that we have actually done one use case where we had a research project with a customer, and we utilized their customer data and publicly available demographic data combined. And we created a model with that, which actually recommended a banner to the invoice, which proposed a way of changing from the paper invoice to digital invoice. And I think that we got pretty good results out of that, as our customer got actually over 3,000 new e-invoice subscriptions. And also the model performed 11% better than what was the reference group. But if we then think of the future, I would say that this kind of similar machine learning models could be utilized, for example, churn prevention. And then if we look at the large language models, those could be a really good tool in a toolbox for the marketing teams to propose sentences or other kind of messages in the communication what we are sending out.
I find that example very interesting because it demonstrates what I also mentioned in my keynote about the fact that the AI toolbox contains so much more than just those generative AI tools. And you were talking about good old prediction models. Ole, in addition to AI, customer experience is the other hype in the market, right? So how does AI affect your interaction with customers? And what is your take on creating a personal experience using this toolbox?
In my line of business, you can say that AI, to some extent, is the license to play. It's expected of us. But again, my experience is not that much on the generative AI either. It is on the prediction AI, because that's what the toolbox that I'm using as well. The machine learning part where we create models and and we train the models, and we use the customer's data for that purpose on our specific customers. In that sense, the large language models contains some possibilities, but also some obstacles that needs to be overpowered for us in order for that to be applied into my software. So my experience is the prediction based AI.
You told me before this interview that you want to challenge your customers. So what do you want them to do?
Yeah, I want them to be brave. To say it shortly, AI is driven by data. No data, no AI. So if we are to suggest something to our customers, saying that okay, get your data into play. We know from service that lack of knowledge, lack of strategy, etc., is an obstacle for customers to embark on this journey. But it's not like they are resistant towards the technology. They sort of really want to get going on this. That's our experience. But in order to get going, you need to give us some data to work with, and if we can get the data, we can try to see if we have a use case. It's all a question of use cases, finding out is this doable or not, and we have our tools and our ways of classifying and finding out if that is a doable case, basically.
And Sami, what is your take on this?
I actually agree with Ole that our customers, they have lots of historical data, what they could actually utilize. And also there's lots of data publicly available, what could be utilized with that data, and create new solutions out of that. And that could actually help our customers to improve their customer experience, and also give us a possibility to build something totally new based on that data.
So to summarize this little discussion, I think the essence is please use the data you have and whatever data you also can get hold of. Thank you very much for coming here and contributing to this discussion.